Hey everyone, Dante here with The Raging Geek, and today we're going to take a look at my 2025 free comic book day haul. Now, there's two stores in particular, and they're located in New Jersey, which I frequent. These are the stores that I went to for free comic book day. The first being Zapp's Comics in Wayne, New Jersey, and they have a second location in Manalapan, New Jersey. And also Main Street Comics, and that's in Milltown, New Jersey. These are pretty much my go-to comic stores whenever I look for anything. I try to frequent new comic stores when I can in New Jersey, but those two in particular are the ones that I normally gravitate to. Reasons being, they have the best back issues or the best prices. Now, as far as free comics on Free Comic Book Day, there was one comic in particular that caught my eye, and it was due to the cover, and it was this Udon Street Fighter vs. Rival Schools comic. Picked up a couple of these. I just love the Chun-Li pose. She's just poised to strike with her multi-kick strike there. Ready to go. Love that. As far as free comic books go, that was all I really got. I was more interested in the sales because a lot of stores do one-day sales that coincide with Free Comic Book Day. Zapp's Comic in particular, they like to do 50% off pretty much all comic books except new comic books. So wall books, CGC books, anything back issues, all 50% off. And then you have Main Street Comics where they pretty much do the same thing, but it's 25% off. Now, the difference being, I have to say, Main Street Comics, way better selection as far as back issues. With Zapp's Comics, it's pretty much slim pickings for any real key issues. If you dig deep, you can find some winners, and I'll show you some winners that I found, but in general, Main Street Comics really, I want to say in the New Jersey area, the place to go for key issues. I mean they just got literally wall to wall key issues. I mean, you have to go in there. It's really something to see. Really great selection of key issues, second to none in New Jersey. Zapp's, occasionally some nice key issues, and it's all about timing though, and they do get collections in. I feel that there's definitely an inner circle though that has first dibs on a lot of the collections they pick up, so they don't, a lot of good stuff doesn't make it to the floor, I want to say, but with Main Street Comics, I feel a lot of the keys make it to the general public viewing area, if you want to call it, to the store itself. Whereas, some places, they kind of advertise, hey, we got this collection or we got these key issues. They put it up on social media. When you get to the store, though, it's gone or it's not there. With Main Street, usually what they put up, you'll find on the wall. Given you get there in a reasonable amount of time, and in general, they just have a great selection of back issues as opposed to Zapp's. But something to think about. I know I kind of ranted on a lot about that. As a collector, it's you kind of dwell on these type of things, especially when it comes to your home stores. Let's see, Zapp's Comics. So, yeah, I had a late start on Free Comic Book Day. I didn't get up till about noon. Don't ask me why. It was a late night before. The Raging Geek has his own online store and his own things that he likes to get to, and he didn't get to sleep till about 3 a.m. in the morning. So, yeah, I didn't get up till about noon. And on Free Comic Book Day, if you're not, it's pretty much the early bird gets the worm. So, I wasn't really expecting anything, but I've been doing this for like years, so, I know what to expect. I know what's there. I wasn't going to lose any sleep that, I might have missed a one or two key issues. So noon, made my way up to Zapp's Comics. It was so funny. If anyone's a native in New Jersey and they know the Garden State Parkway, I got stuck in like an hour-long traffic jam, a 10-car pileup. I've never seen anything like it. It looked like 10 carbon copies of cars, like, piled up one after each other. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it. Literally 10 cars rear-ended each other on the freeway. And it caused the biggest traffic jam I've ever seen. There was it must have been like 8 tow trucks. You had fire department, police. It was crazy. So I didn't make it to Zapp's till about like 2 in the afternoon. Even though I left at like 12:30. And I get there, we walk in. There's still a line outside, surprisingly. So they're still kind of like limiting how many people go in. So when it comes to back issues, Main Street's like the premier, but Zapp's, they got a lot of comics and just in general, and they got a lot of toys, just a lot of everything. And people go there, and they have 2 locations. This is how much stuff they got. So their main flagship store in Wayne, New Jersey, still a line at like 2 in the afternoon on Free Comic Book Day. I get in there, they're out of free comics. They're giving out like just stuff from like the dollar bin at that point, just to give people free comics when they come in. I'm like, give me Spider-Man comics. So they gave me a couple of cheesy Spider-Man comics. Digging through the bins, pretty much a center aisle where comics on each side, and it runs through the entirety of the store. So I pretty much started from one end and worked my way around, and it's pretty much in alphabetical order. So you start from A to X or Z, X-Men. You start from, Astonishing Tales to like X-Men. And all the Spider-Man stuff is in the S section. So it's like S, and then you got your Amazing, Spectacular, Web, whatever. Started from A. I'm not going to show you the books I got in alphabetical order, but I'm going to show you the books I got from Zapp's first. Because I didn't really get too much from Main Street Comics as far as books, because, when you're at Main Streets, it's pretty much, you got to be very strategic. It's 25% off. But they have a better selection. So it's like, what books have I been eyeing for a long time that I want to get? Now, by the time I got there, it was like 6 in the afternoon, or 6 in the evening, I want to say. So really, it was like slim pickings. But we'll start at Zapp's. So, Zapp's. Let's see what I got. I got about, I want to say 20, maybe 15, 20 books. There's not much out there I'm really looking for. But at 50% off, I'm looking for anything that appeals to me. I don't give a shit what it is. It just, as long as it appeals to me and it makes me raise an eyebrow, I'm getting it at 50% off. So, the first thing I'm getting here is Forgotten Realms Crystal Shard. Now, this is a Dungeons and Dragons book, and this is from DDP Comics publisher. Now, if you don't know, if you're not too familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, R.A. Salvatore, one of the premier authors for Dungeons and Dragons for the last 30 some odd years, maybe even more. I don't know, 40 years. I don't know, 30. I want to say safely 30 something years. And Drizzt Do'Urden is like what Deadpool is to Rob Liefeld for Salvatore. So I mean, he's like the Deadpool of the Dungeons and Dragons universe, I want to say. Some people might disagree with that, arguably, but that's if I had to make an analogy, that's what I would say. So, The Crystal Shard, book 1 of the Icewind Dale trilogy, the initial trilogy by R.A. Salvatore, which introduced Drizzt Do'Urden to the Dungeons and Dragons universe. This is the comic book adaptation of that. Now, so I got the issue number 1, number 2, and you got Wolfgar there too. He's one of the other main characters in the series. And then number 3, and I can't remember if there's others, but that being said, $1.50 an issue for the entire trilogy here. Comic adaptation trilogy. So $4.50. What? Come on. You can't beat that. What if the Invisible Girl had died? Now, with Fantastic Four being around, around the corner, a lot of people saying it's the Invisible Girls movie. She pretty much is the main character of the movie from a lot of the reviews I'm being told. But what if the Invisible Girl had died? I thought it'd be an interesting comic book to pick up. And it's priced at $4, but I got it for $2. Really cool cover here. And you can see Annihilus on the cover. Another cool book. Kind of like a bondage cover with Black Widow tied up in the back there. And I've just been waiting for the right price to pick up this book. I thought it was a cool cover. Anything with Kraven, really cool. But yeah, Daredevil, 104, $3. Can't beat that. I want to say it's probably a VF minus. Just taking a quick glance at it. The other books I said, at least VF plus. Another book here. Seems like anything with Deadman these days is like hot. I don't know why. I don't really have my finger on the pulse of DC too much, though I should. Superman Deadman, DC Comics presents number 24, 75 cents. And I have to say, this is probably a VF copy. Really cool. Superman. I love anything with Bizarro. DC Comics presents number 71, Superman and Bizarro. Oh, look at that Joker. That's so fucking cool. But yeah, I love anything with Bizarro. I like. Spider-Man and the Black Cat. This is the Kevin Smith editions. And I think there was 4 issues of this. I only managed to find 2, but still for $2 a piece. Yeah, I'm picking that up. And here, so Strange Tales number 150. I thought this was a cool cover, and I thought the condition was even better. I mean, this has got to be like a near mint minus. Thor 234 is sparring off with Loki there. Really nice. Thundercats number 7 for $4. Chitara on the cover there, running in all her glory. I'm assuming that's what warranted the $8 price tag. It's just Chitara letting it all hang out there. It's funny with these comic book stores these days. It's like the slightest glimpse of the female anatomy, and it's like 50% premium. But yeah, I got a 50% discount on this one, but $4. Thought it was good. Yeah, Thundercats number 2, $6. Got it for 3. And I got a couple of tick issues here. Big Blue Destiny number 1s, $1 a piece. I thought those were really good. And that's it for Zaps. So after Zaps, I proceeded to go south. South, I say. So, making Main Street Comics. Probably like, let's say, 5:30. They close at 7 on Saturdays. This one, and I was surprised that no one bought this book. I've been eyeing it for a couple weeks, and I was like, I knew the sale was coming. I was like, it's probably going to be gone, but, whatever. It's not a big deal. But, yeah, once I saw it there, I was like, yeah, I'm going to take this. This is great. I mean, Tales from the Tomb, December 1970. I mean, look at that cover. It's fucking great. I mean, they don't make shit like that anymore. I mean, it's like this ghoul really going to town on this helpless individual. And that's all I have to say. Yeah, really great cover. Check it out. And, yeah, pretty good condition, too. I want to say probably a fine. It's got a few spine ticks on it. In some corner wear. But definitely a winner. I only bought one other book at Main Street Comics, and it was a graded book. And I love the cover of this book. And this is Batman 567. 9.8. And this is first appearance of Batgirl, Cassandra Cain. And I got this for a steal of a price. Sticker price was like $195. So I got 25% off. I mean, I see these going on eBay for like $275 plus shipping, and then you got tax. But yeah, it's like for around $150 for this. I was like, yep, getting it. I'm a big fan of Batgirl. And yeah, Main Street. I find myself buying a lot of used toys from Main Street Comics. And it was funny. My buddy Rickster, he was all against me buying this toy, but I couldn't help myself. Especially with Daredevil and Vincent D'Onofrio and stuff. I was like, I thought this was great. And you can't really find anything Kingpin these days. So I picked up this. I'm pretty sure this is like a Toy Biz Kingpin. I love the body and the freaking head. I mean, the disproportion size here is really funny. But I love the little the scepter, his little diamond scepter here. Really awesome. I have nothing Kingpin. And there's, like I said, there's really nothing out there Kingpin. And I'm looking at this. And I guess that's what they do. So he put his arms up like that. And that's what Kingpin likes to do. He likes to slam. And that's actually how it was one of those Spider-Verse movies where Kingpin, he kind of ended Spider-Man with a similar thing. He just like threw his fist up and like, whoa, and he slammed Spider-Man, and that was it. Spider-Man was done, and I was kind of underwhelmed by that scene. I was like, Kingpin is not going to freaking take out Spider-Man like that. It's like, all for the sake of the Spider-Verse series. Like, get the fuck out of here. But, anyway, you click this little thing here, and Kingpin does his little slam. So, and the scepter seems to has a propensity to. But yeah, I like the slamming action. Really cool. So anyway, $20, and they had a new one in the package. I think it's like $30 he's selling it for. But you know, little Clorox wipe here, just like new. And everything else. Now, if you're a diamond connoisseur, you can see a couple of inclusions in that diamond there. So Kingpin, you might have gotten a cubic zirconia or a lesser grade diamond than you thought. Thankfully, we're not buying this for diamonds. We're buying it for the action figure here. And Main Street Comics. So yeah, the comics 25% off. The action figures, buy one get one 50% off. So I bought this Annihilus figure. And just so you know, I always keep all these bags because when the Raging Geek does open his store, he's gonna be using them again. I'm all about reusing stuff. So, but anyway, hopefully you don't get turned off by that. But yeah, this Annihilus figure, pretty cool. It's cool. I don't know of any other Annihilus stuff either. And you know, with the Fantastic Four movie coming out, you know, Annihilus, one of their biggest villains, I want to say. The wings do move, and the wings are intact. Nice. Very nice Annihilus figure. And that's all I had. Pre-comic book day. It was good. I got a lot of nice stuff. Didn't break the bank. Spent in total, I want to say like $300. 50 of it being for my son. He bought this Pokemon Lily. It was like a milk carton pack or something with booster packs and other goodies in it. And it was like $50. And yeah, that wasn't on sale. So he made out like a bandit. Other than that, me personally, I spent about $250 on Free Comic Book Day. I mean, there's been times I've like really broke the bank on Free Comic Book Day, but yeah, you know, I guess, you know, the longer you collect, the less you really desire and need, and yeah, it was a good day for everyone. Didn't spend too much, had a good time, got some cool items that I shared with you, and that's it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. This was The Raging Geek. I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching. Come again soon and take care.
Raging Geek.